You struggle hitting your goals and your dreams. You don't think they're possible. And the reason for this is that you don't push hard enough. You push, you get a big success. You fall back, you fail, you don't push forward. You don't have resilience. You feel the fear and you just don't keep moving the ball forward even when you fall back. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can push forward to win, because that's the key to success. So let's go. Hi, my name's Joe Noya, and I'm here to inspire you every single day through action. I want you to feel inspired through Inspiration Nation every single day so you can win your life, your job, your business. In everything you will succeed. So today we're talking about pushing forward. This is another key to success. You have to build a toolkit, and this one is a really important part of your mindset. So as we talk about pushing forward, we're going to be thinking about, and I want you to think about how you can actually put this in your life as we go through today. So let's just talk about pushing forward. So let me give you examples about how I've pushed forward in my career. I've had a lot of failure. Take this video for instance. You know, I've done videos and stopped and done them again. But now I've really found what I want to do. So pushing forward means doing the thing you want to do even though you think you don't have time. Doing the thing you want to do even though people around you are telling you not to do it. Doing the thing you want to do even though people might be judging you and telling you, hey, you're crazy and all that. Because you're different. You're watching this video because you want different. You want to push forward. You want to win. You want to put the thing in your life because you don't want to go to the same job you're doing right now every day. You want to change your job. You want to change your business. You want to change what's going on in your life, but you're not doing anything. You're not pushing forward. You're not moving the ball forward. So for me, I've had a long career in the financial world, in the corporate world, and for a long time when I was younger, I chased money, and I just naturally progressed. My natural thing is to help people. That's what I want to do, and I've done a lot of different roles to help people, and sometimes I've made wrong decisions in terms of chasing money, and that's really where a lot of times I fell back, and I didn't realise these actual natural laws of success that we're talking about today, especially this one, that are needed for you to push forward. Now, over the last 3 years, I've experimented. I've really tried to embody a lot of these actual rules that you can't break them. You have to actually rules. Even if you don't think about them, they're rules that you need to apply. If you don't apply them, you will not succeed. So that's what I've been experimenting with. So let's just take an example. So I'm going to take my career as an example. I've been in the financial sector. I got really good at a technical role. I got promoted into leadership. I got into leadership, but I didn't really know what it was. Right? Bloody challenging. But that's the key. I did love it because leadership is about helping people, growing people, helping motivating people. And in fact, it was something that I was learning trial by fire, right? And so I failed a lot of times. I was under leaders that maybe were under the wrong type of style of leadership that I thought would win. But then I thought, hey, that's the way to do it. And I adopted some of those behaviours. And I sometimes totally demotivated my team because I was passing on those messages. And so I'm very fortunate to have gone through a lot of leadership training, a lot of training people, bringing people through. People knowing nothing and bringing them through the process. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but I've learned a lot. And so in my career, I've had to make a lot of changes. So the first thing is that I had to learn how to be a great leader, how to find out what people really want and actually get them into those spaces. And that's why coaching is so critical. And to push forward is one of the most important things in coaching. When we're being coached, we have to challenge ourselves to do the difficult things, to do the hard things. So in my career, I've been a leader. Then I took a break from leadership and I went off and did my own self-employed thing for a bit, chasing money, right? And that wasn't the thing because it's not about the money for me. It's important, right? I need to be able to go out there and do things. But now I've realised, through all the self-development, all the self-development I've done, and all the values that I've actually sifted through, that I recognise that money is not the most important thing. What's important is what fills you up, what brings you to life. And for me, it's seeing other people win, seeing other people succeed. And so when we're talking about pushing forward, you know, we have got to do this ourselves. So if we're going to do these types of things, I've got to do it myself. So moving on from that was my career, and I'm still, you know, I'm still in my job and doing this as well, because I feel my purpose on this planet is to inspire people to move forward and push forward, and to move the ball forward inch by inch. The whole point of building Inspiration Nation was one of the things to do that was to actually look at myself and think, why am I not happy with my life? I wasn't happy with my life, I wasn't having purpose, and I didn't have any meaning. I knew I wanted to do coaching, but it wasn't directional. So one of the things I'd ask you to do is to find out what your actual purpose is to continue to push forward, because when things get hard, you're going to need to find your purpose. And so the way you find your purpose is to think about, you know, what's the most important value to you. And for me, I've done an exercise, and there was a book by a guy called Evan Carmichael. Go check him out, put him on the internet, and you'll find a lot of his content. But he's got a book called Built to Serve. But I actually did a book before that called Your One Word, which is the catalyst that moves you forward. And in that, there's an exercise where you've got to actually go into your past and think about the things that actually connect to you. So what are the things that filled you up? So for me, it was things like films like Rocky. I was always looking for people who are inspiring, you know, always looking for how people push through difficult times. And those are the things that inspired me. And I didn't realise that my word was inspiration, that my top value is inspiration. And so now I know that when things are difficult, I want to emulate the things that I admire, like Rocky, you know, gets knocked down, gets back up again, right? I know he's a fictional character, but actually when you look at Sylvester Stallone's life, he's gone through a lot of trial and tribulation. So when you look at his life, he had the script to Rocky, and I've told you in a previous video, he had the script to Rocky, he had to knock on loads and loads of doors, got rejected. One of the deals was that he could sell the script to a filmmaker for £100,000. But what they said to him is that he could not star in the movie, and he wanted to star in the movie, and guess what he did? He pushed, and he said no. He said no, I want to be in the movie. And now the rest is history, right? Look at all the films he's done now, super successful. And that's what he means by pushing forward. So one of the things is knowing your top value, what inspires you, and then that enables you to push forward. So thinking about these stories, thinking about these maps of people that have succeeded and actually won, this inspires me. And so creating Inspiration Nation, not having a podcast, not really having much of you on YouTube, not doing a blog, I'm now doing all those things because now I have my top value of inspiration. I want to feel inspired doing things I want to do, and that means pushing forward. So you're going to find your top value. So I'd encourage you, one, either get the book, and two, just go through your life and think about all the things that inspired you, and then look for the link that connects the dots, i.e. is it the film, what type of films you watch, what sort of things fill you up, what things do you really love and enjoy, and then look for what's the connecting thing, is it, you know, what is it that you really loved. And the other thing you can do is actually, what are the things you really hated in your life? What are the things you really hated? Maybe it's like someone who's very controlling, maybe it's someone who just doesn't really care. So you can list those things, and then your word or your value will be the opposite of what you really hate or really dislike, and that may be your top value. So there's a lot of good things you can do with that. So having that top value is something that will push you through. So another story of mine, I'm just going to quickly share this one because I think it's important that I share with you the things that are working and the reason why now I'm connected with some great people like Mark Drager, Bo Hawkins. I mean, literally these guys are super influential now, and I'm only doing this for 2 or 3 years, really diving into this. And so the thing around making all this happen is that persistence, is that connection, is that willingness to put yourself out there, even when things are difficult, to write the blog, to do the videos, okay? So when we are thinking about pushing forward to win, we are really thinking about how we can express our true selves without feeling the fear of others. So over the last 3 years, built the podcast up, didn't know how to build a podcast. So all it started was a 1 minute video each day. That's what I did. There's a minimum thing I was going to do each day to move the ball forward, to push forward, right? So my 1 minute videos, I think on day 795 now, that's 795 days in a row. And that is pushing the ball forward. That is pushing through, and you are going to win eventually. You have to give energy to the thing that you want. Whatever you want in your life, however you want your life to be, you've got to recognise that you control you. That's the only thing you control, and you control your thoughts, your actions and behaviours. So I want you to think about that for a moment. I want you to think about why you're not winning. Why aren't you getting where you want to be? And I want you to look at your life and think about, okay, so what do you do every day? Look at your day. Just look at one day. What do you actually do? What do you do when you get up in the morning? What do you do during the day? You know, even on the weekend, what are you doing right now when you're watching this video? Have a look at what's in your diary. Have you planned out your day? So for me, I now have a routine. I get up in the morning, I'm going to shoot this video. This is a once a week video, but we've got other content that goes on the channel. We've got once a week, okay, and I do this video once a week, long form one. I'm up at the weekend. This is a Saturday. I'm up before my family because it's important to me. I want to help you get to where you want to be, but the only way I'm going to do that is if I'm living the life and I can show you the wins. So if you look now, all the things I've created, I've created my own website, janecoachingtechnology.weebly.com. On there you'll find the blog, you'll find a sign up newsletter. I write a newsletter every week. You'll find links to InspirationNation.org.uk where the podcast hosted by Lee. Every week you will see a video and a subject matter around inspiration and success. This all came out of that one day, one action a day. So I need you to look at your day and think, okay, how can I just take one action a day that moves me closer to where I want to be? And you will find, if you keep it up, if you do it, you plot the days, you start doing 795 days without any break. This is through Christmas, this is through birthdays, this is through, so I had my daughter's 18th, so I had to find a bit of space in that day. Because there are times when you might get a 15-minute slot and you can utilise that time to do the thing you want. You have to really get that into your life. There is going to be a price to pay. I'm not saying you don't enjoy Christmas, because I have enjoyed Christmas, it's just gone. I have enjoyed my daughter's birthday, but you can find, there's usually a space where people are maybe watching TV or something, where you can find that space to push forward, move the ball forward a little bit. So today it's like about thinking about how I can push the ball forward. And Elon Musk talked about this as well. He talked about, he had SpaceX and he had Tesla. And I don't know if you've ever seen it, but go onto YouTube, there's a great story about it. But I'm going to quickly just tell you the story because it's about inching the ball forward. And Elon was going to run out of money. And he had to decide which of the companies he would keep alive and which one of them would die. And he was basically running out of money. And it was basically, I think, the last launch of one of his space rockets was going to happen. And he decided that he wasn't going to do it. He was going to keep them both and just invest in both and risk it all. Had the test flight of the rocket, it worked, and the rest is history. And what he said was, he reckoned he had a 10% chance of launching a Tesla, a car company, but he recognised that actually that's the risk, and he was prepared to accept that risk, prepared to accept that failure. And what happened was, he pushed into the failure, he pushed forward, and he said, even if I failed, even if I pushed the ball forward, maybe someone else could pick up, he calls it a baton, or pick up where he left off to continue the work, because he really feels it's important to have a space program and have Tesla that keeps emissions down, right? But his main thing is backup plan for the planet on Mars, and that's what he's done. So I'm going to just leave you with a couple of steps that you can do. So number one is find your top value. Number two, I'm going to ask you to find your purpose, and your purpose comes from a painful moment in your life. So for me, my painful moment was going through my depression, and if you looked at my other content, you'll know what it is. And so I don't want you to go through what I went through. And so I'm saying to you, how did I get through it? I got through it by having my counselling first, and then through the power of coaching, to every day think about how can I be better? What did I do today that didn't work? And again, in my journal, I look at what would make today great, it's part of the thing I do. And then at the end of the day, I've got what improvement, just one improvement could I make for that day? And then what went well that day? So there's one improvement, and then I've got 3 success marks. I want you to copy that. I want you to write down your journal exactly that to help you plot what are you doing each day. And number 3 is I want you to comment below in the video, Inspiration Nation, that you actually have done that. I'm going to be your accountability partner to make sure you push the ball forward every day. it's going to be every day, right? So if you want to get inspiration, if you want to feel inspired, just go to Instagram. Every day I'll do a video, a 1-minute video, boom, boom, boom. If you want an email from me, go to the description below. You've got a newsletter. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast as well, because every week you're going to get an inspirational podcast. You're going to get every week you're going to get inspirational email, and every week you're going to get one of these videos here on this channel. So watch out for those. And we also just chuck in some interviews with inspirational people, and there's some great ones coming up as well. So don't forget to check those out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I want you to feel inspired, and I hope this serves you. Just make sure you take action. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love it if you checked out these videos right over here. These are all my videos. They will really inspire you to take even more action. And don't forget to subscribe right here, because that will notify you when you get another video live. You will have to hit the bell, of course, and that will notify you when another video goes live. So you've been watching Inspiration Nation with Jose Noya, and don't forget, I'll catch you there. So it's Inspiration Nation, and I'll see you right over there.